Welcome to Tech Tuesdays with Tag, and today we have the hard drive portion of this series of building your computer. I have my fiance Erica and my mother Linda, and we will get into how to install a hard drive.
Why do you get a big, fat, heavy one?
We'll explain that in a minute. Alright, so now hard drives used to be this size.
Oh. Okay.
This was the standard size for a hard drive. And these hard drives are still used.
It's a big hard drive.
They used to have IDE versus a SATA port, or serial ATA, however you want to say it. They also use that for SSDs. Now, a hard drive...
Solid state drive, FYI.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Now, a hard drive is just simply a bunch of plates that spin around with a needle, like a record, that reads ahead. And the reason this is slower than an SSD, solid state drive, is because the needle needs to find exactly where to go on the drive to read the information and store it into cache to send to the processor to then process. So it's a lot slower and takes a little bit more time for a computer boot up and whatnot. Whereas an SSD, which this is also technically an SSD, it's just called an M.2 drive.
Really?
Is a bunch of flash memory built into. There's no needle, no mechanicals, it's just electricity that flows through it and accesses the information. That is why anytime you want to speed up a laptop or a computer and you're running just with a hard drive, an SSD will seriously speed up your computer very quick. So we have an SSD. This does not have an M.2 slot like this one does. So we will have to simply plug in it. This one's the easy one to do. You plug in the cable into here. You also would then plug in the power supply. Every power supply should have a SATA connector. And you would just simply plug that into there, giving it power. And then this is your data line, the smaller port of it. And then that would simply plug into one of these 4 ports on here.
So that's your data line. Where's the other? What's this?
This is
your
the
power supply.
That's the power. That's the data to communicate to the motherboard, processor, the RAM, pulling your information off the hard drive. Yes, there is a notch on everyone that you have to line up.
There it goes.
There you go. And that part on that one is done. Now, we have gotten so far in advanced in technology that we have shrunk our SSDs, which this is 120 gig, down to this small, minute stick, which is also 120 gigs.
Wow.
They actually have SSDs currently that are 4 terabytes. You generally use a regular hard drive for storage and a M.2 for your actual computer to run the operating system and some other stuff that you might need to programs and stuff that you want to quickly access.
Are these comparable to the price though, or?
These are cheap. You can get these for about $20. These for about $20. They're pretty much comparable. Yes, the only thing is this one's smaller. So now you're wondering, where does this go? And the benefit of this? Well, the benefit of a M.2 is it literally goes right on the motherboard like that. And you screw it down.
So it looks nice.
Looks nice. Yep.
Huh. But is there any other benefit?
Yes, there actually is. Now, not probably with this one, but with some, they call them NVMEs, is a faster M.2 drive and cost more.
So those go in there and they're faster.
Right. So that slides in there like that, which I'll let you do, and then you just push down with the bedazzle screws, and it screws on in.
No, yeah, she was wondering when you get to bedazzle the computer.
You can actually get heat sinks that go on here that make them look cool. You can plug them in RGB or just silver or whatever else.
Heat sinks?
Yes, to keep them cool. Because they do get a little hot, but they're close to the motherboard, they're close to the CPU, they get a little hot. So I'll let you do that. Put that in, and then you screw it down.
So they give you an extra one?
Nope, you have 2 slots on yours.
Oh, okay.
That is the benefit of buying a little bit more of an expensive motherboard.
So
It looks cleaner.
just
There, and it's in.
boom.
That's simple. The other benefit of having an M.2 is it just makes things a little bit cleaner as cable management because there are no cables.
Which you like.
And cable management looks really nice when you have a clear panel on the side there. Now, if you have an enclosed case, who cares where they go, as long as it does what you want. Last thing I gotta say is, you probably feel a little bit more weight to the motherboard.
So where does this go though when you put it in?
Oh, this would just mount somewhere in the case.
Oh, okay. You have to
Somewhere in
like
the case. Somewhere
screw it or?
Yeah, there's screws in the bottom.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot.
Is it heavier?
Yeah.
It's quite a bit heavier.
Is it because of this stuff?
It's because you added the RAM. This one's heavier because of the RAM and the
Well, it's
cooler.
the same.
And the airport.
I'm just amazed you can put your fingers in there.
Here?
Everywhere. Yeah.
They've actually improved on motherboards. There's less chance of you shocking a motherboard. So any of you that are concerned, like, oh, I might shock it, I might wreck it. I have taken these things, screwed them into walls, left them laying around, and pulled them back out of the wall, and this thing still booted up. So they've made these things very resilient as far as being shock resistant. So if you're scared, you shouldn't have to be scared, especially if you buy a brand new one. If you buy a brand new one, usually there's a warranty built in, and if you did do something, you probably can get away with just returning it.
So that's all you have to do to build your own computer.
No, besides mounting the case, which we're not going to get into today
Doesn't seem like it's that
or
difficult.
tonight. So that is how you put the the SSDs into a motherboard. Next video, me and my mother will test these two motherboards out to make sure they work, and so stay tuned for that. I'm Tristan, this is Erica, my fiance, and my mother Linda, and tag, you're it.